Ever wondered what sets highly effective people apart? There is always that curiosity of understanding their tenacious drive, their unwavering focus, and their impeccable ability to rise above challenges. You might wonder, do they carry some secret blueprint or roadmap for success that they neatly tuck away from the rest of the world? Interestingly, you might be surprised to know that luck doesn't often factor into the equation. It's not magical genie granting them wishes or fortuitous circumstances that lead them to their achievements. It's much more complex and simpler at the same time. It's about habits, practices, and routines that they have crafted and nurtured over time. Every person has habits, and these habits inevitably shape and define our lives. But highly effective people have certain habits that set them apart. They possess that help them to see beyond the ordinary, push past the mundane, and constantly strive for excellence. They're not just surviving in this world, they're thriving, pushing boundaries and making waves. According to Stephen Covey, a keynote speaker, author and well-respected figure in the world of leadership and personal growth, these habits can be narrowed down to 7. This was a revelation that came to light in his groundbreaking book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book has been a beacon of wisdom for millions, offering insightful wisdom into the world of productivity, leadership, and success. Stephen Covey's work is not merely a collection of good ideas, it's a guide, a map leading towards betterment, growth, and ultimately, effectiveness. What makes his work so unique and impactful is the practicality of these habits. These are not abstract concepts, but actionable steps that can be incorporated into everyday life. So, let's delve into these habits. They aren't difficult to understand, but they do require effort to implement. They aren't about drastic changes, but subtle shifts in perspectives, attitudes, and actions. They are about nurturing a mindset of growth, challenging the status quo, and relentlessly pursuing one's goals. These are the habits that can transform ordinary people into highly effective. It's not about being lucky or being born with a silver spoon. It's about carving out your path, step by step, habit by habit. It's about transforming yourself into a powerhouse of effectiveness and efficiency. Are you ready to take that first step towards your transformation? Shall we delve into these habits? First off, highly effective people are proactive. Proactivity, a trait synonymous with successful people, is about taking initiative. They are the ones to get the ball rolling while others are still contemplating. They are go-getters. They don't wait for opportunities to present themselves. They create these opportunities. They take the bull by the horns, saying yes to challenges and pushing boundaries. They don't shy away from difficult situations. Instead, they tackle them head on. They never indulge in the blame game. Irrespective of the situation, they never point fingers at others for their own failures or shortcomings. They understand that blaming others is a way to shrug off their own responsibility. They believe in owning up to their actions, accepting their mistakes, and most importantly, learning from them. It's not about just acknowledging their faults, it's about making active changes to ensure they don't repeat them in the future. Highly effective people choose to take responsibility for their choices and responses. They realize that every choice they make has a consequence, are prepared to face them. They are not swayed by external factors. Rather, they strongly believe in their choices. They respond to situations rather than react to them, keeping their emotions in check. They focus on their circle of influence. They recognize that there are things they can control and things they can't. They don't waste their energy on things outside of their sphere of influence. They concentrate on what they can do, their actions, rather than the things they can't control. They understand the difference between concern and influence, and choose to channel their energy into the latter. The circle of concern does not bother them. They understand that it's fruitless to worry about things beyond their control. They know when to let go and when to hold on. They understand the importance of not letting the uncontrollable dictate their mood or behavior. They have a clear vision for their lives. They are not just drifters in life, they are drivers. They have a roadmap of their life, a vision that guides them towards their goals. They don't dream, they transform these dreams into a reality. They are not afraid of dreaming big, and then working tirelessly to achieve these dreams. They actively work towards their vision. They are not just dreamers, they are doers. They believe in taking action, in working relentlessly towards their goals. They are the first to arrive, the last to leave. They don't just talk about their plans, they work on them, they manifest them. They have a clear vision for their lives and actively work towards it. Secondly, they begin with the end in mind. An individual who is successful in their endeavors always starts with a clear vision of their final destination. Before they even take a single step, they map out their journey, plotting their course with meticulous precision. They know exactly where they want to end up, and they won't stop until they get there. To this, they define their personal values and goals, which act as a compass guiding them towards their destination. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that involves deep introspection and self-analysis. They spend hours, days, sometimes even weeks, carefully considering their life's principles, what they hold dear, what they want to achieve, what kind of person they aspire to be. Their goals are not set randomly. They are the result of a deliberate and thoughtful process, inspired by their values and ambitions. They establish both short-term and long-term goals, each one a stepping stone towards ultimate vision. These goals are not just abstract concepts. They are tangible, measurable objectives that provide a sense of direction and purpose. Once they have a clear understanding of their values and goals, they don't just plunge headfirst into action. They take the time to visualize their ideal future self. This visualization is not a vague, dreamy image. It's a detailed, vivid picture of the person they wish to become. They imagine what this future self looks like, how they act, what they've achieved. This image serves as a powerful source of motivation, driving them to work tirelessly towards becoming this ideal version of themselves. They don't stop at visualization. They work backwards to identify the steps needed to reach that point. They deconstruct their vision, breaking it down into smaller, manageable tasks. Each task is a piece of the puzzle, a step towards the realization of their goal. Plan and carefully consider the best approach to each task, always keeping their end goal in sight. This end-in-mind approach is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process, a cycle that repeats itself over and over again. They constantly reassess their goals, reevaluate their strategies, and adjust their actions as necessary. This approach gives a clear direction to their journey. It provides a sense of purpose and meaning to their actions. It equips them with the tools necessary to navigate the twists and turns of life's journey, enabling them to stay on course towards their ultimate destination. Thirdly, they put first things first. They understand the importance of prioritization and time management. They focus on tasks that are important but not urgent, proactive activities like goal setting and planning that contribute significantly to their long-term goals. Fourthly, they think win-win. They seek mutually beneficial solutions that respect and value everyone involved. They shift from a win-lose mentality to a win-win approach, fostering trust, cooperation, and stronger connections. Fifthly, they seek first to understand, then to be understood. They truly listen to others, seeking to understand their perspectives and feelings before expressing their own. This empathetic approach fosters deeper relationships and reduces conflict. Sixthly, they synergize. They understand the power of collaboration, that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. They value different perspectives, leverage individual strengths, and work together to achieve more than any individual could alone. Lastly, they sharpen the saw. They prioritize continuous self-renewal in the physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual dimensions of life. They engage in activities like exercise, learning new skills, building relationships, and reflecting on their values. In conclusion, these 7 habits provide a framework for personal and professional development. They are not a rigid formula, but rather a holistic approach to personal growth and effectiveness. It's all about reflecting on these principles, setting goals, and taking action. After all, knowledge without action is just information, and highly effective people are all about turning information into transformation.